24%. That's the 1 month move options are pricing into SpaceX, and it isn't even reporting earnings next week. Now look at the two names that are reporting, Palantir and AMD, both priced for less than that, about 15 and about 17%. Same market, same week, and the stock with nothing scheduled gets the biggest number of the five. Coach B here. This is the week ahead. Last week, 3 mega caps got 3 different verdicts. Microsoft, a record 1-day gain. Amazon, its best day in a decade. Apple, its worst day since 2020. And the Fed held rates 9-3, with 3 officials dissenting for a hike. 5 names, 5 very different stories. Let's get into it. First up, Palantir, ticker PLTR. It reports Monday after the close. It's sitting at $123.06 inside a 22-day range of about 118 up to 139. At the money, FI is around 68%, and the straddle price is in about a 15% move over the next month. Quick math, 15% of $123 is about $18.50, so this could land anywhere from around 104 to 142 once that move plays out, roughly double Palantir's normal earnings move. By time frame, an investor sees one more quarter in a longer story. A swing trader sees a clean, defined 15% event on a specific date, and once Monday's print is out, that inflated volatility gets crushed fast. Second, AMD, ticker AMD. It reports Tuesday after the close, the very next night. It's trading at $476.15 inside a $150 wide range, 424 up to 574. At the money, FI is around 80%, the highest of any name reporting this week, and the expected move is about 17.5%, roughly $83 of swing either direction. Why so hot? The MI450 ramp and the third quarter guide matter as much as the print itself, and AMD has a real history of moving big both directions on earnings. I'd treat this as event-level implied volatility, a day trade around Tuesday's print, not a buy and hold at this price. Third, and this is the real lesson of the week, Apple, ticker AAPL. It already reported Thursday after the close, and Friday it fell about 7.4%, its worst single day since 2020. That event is now behind it, and look at its options today. At the money, IV has dropped to around 26%, and the expected move is now the lowest number on this whole board, about 5.9%. This stock just had its biggest one-day move in years, and its options are pricing the calmest month on my list. That's implied volatility crush happening in real time. The uncertainty was the earnings date, and the second that date passed, the premium came out of the options, win or lose. Fourth, Nvidia, ticker NVDA. It does not report next week at all. Its next print isn't until late August. But this week it became the single most valuable company in the world as Apple's stock fell. It's at $200.75, inside a range from 190 up to 214. At the money, fee is around 45%, and the expected move is about 10% for the month, nearly double Apple's freshly crushed number with nothing on the calendar to explain it, because Nvidia basically is the market right now. When you trade this name, you're trading the whole tape, not one company's quarter. Fifth, and this is the top of the whole board, SpaceX, ticker SPCX, no catalyst, nothing scheduled, but this one just closed below its own $135 IPO price, sitting right near its 52-week low. It's at $108.37, inside a range from 107, basically right where it is now, up to 171. At the money, IV is around 111%, the highest on this whole list, and the expected move is about 24.5% for the month. That's earnings level volatility with zero earnings on the calendar, pure sentiment risk on a thin post-IPO float, a stock that's already broken its own IPO price. Now step back and look at the whole board side by side. This is the lesson of the week. Apple about 5.9%. Nvidia about 10, Palantir about 15, AMD about 17.5, SpaceX 24.5. Same 5 names, 5 completely different animals. The expected move is the single most useful number on an options chain, the market's own 1 sigma guess of how far a stock moves before you ever place a trade. Now the calendar. Monday, the ISM manufacturing number for July drops at 10 a.m. Eastern, then Palantir reports after the close. Tuesday, AMD reports after the close. Wednesday, the ISM services number, also 10 a.m. Eastern. And Friday is the big one, the July jobs report. Consensus sitting around 90,000 jobs added, with unemployment expected around 4.2%. So what's the macro risk this week? Friday's jobs report, hands down, the Fed just held rates 9-3, with 3 officials dissenting for a hike. And right now, the market's pricing September rate hike odds around 82%. A hot jobs or wage number pushes those odds closer to a lock. A soft print, or even that soft 90,000 consensus coming in as expected, could crack those odds and whipsaw the names that just made the biggest moves. Mega caps like Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and Meta, plus high beta growth broadly. I'm not calling which way it goes. I'm telling you, Friday morning is the one print that can move everything else on this list. Quick reminder, this is education, not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy or sell anything. Do your own research. Every ticker and level here is a teaching example showing you how the expected move changes the way you'd think about a name by time frame. That's your week ahead. Palantir and AMD reporting back-to-back Monday and Tuesday. Apple showing you live what IV Crush looks like the day after its print. Nvidia trading like the whole market with nothing scheduled, and SpaceX pricing the biggest move on the board with zero catalyst behind it. If this helped you walk into Monday knowing what's on deck, subscribe and I'll break down next week's setup too. Drop a comment. Which of these 5 do you want me to dig into next? Good luck in the markets, no matter what stock you're into.